Hey guys, Recycled Racing here. You hear it on other shows and it usually is pretty cringy, but for us it's the truth. We lost the shop! Ah! Yeah. So, for those of you guys that are following along, I retired from the military a couple years back, was stationed in California, moved out here to the great state of Missouri, loved every second of it. Y'all are crazy, and I dig it. But I can't live in town. I live in the town of Poplar Bluff. It has traffic everywhere, people everywhere. Not what I grew up with, not my style. I like my cars and trucks loud. My neighbors probably don't want to listen to that bald eagle screaming at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we moved. We're moving out of town. In fact, I'm moving to the middle of the forest. There's forest all around me, so I can be as loud as I want. But what that means in the background, amidst all of the show, bluff burnouts and all those things happening, we were moving houses. So I'd move my stuff during the day, get the other house set up, and this is the last bit of stuff that I have, and I'm losing the garage. So as a car guy, you guys can probably appreciate this. I've had a two-car garage for probably about the last 10 years, everywhere I've been, and I'm wrapping these two up and sticking them under a tree, and I'm gonna have to build a shop. I'm in the forest, there's nothing out there, and we gotta figure it out. So we're gonna get into that. Like I said, it's the forest. I gotta cut down the trees. I gotta level the ground. I gotta pour the concrete, build the shop. Gotta get water and power to it. Gotta get doors on it. Gotta get insulation and all that stuff inside. And then I can bring cars in and start building cool things again. Which kind of needs to happen because I hurt this little guy pretty bad. I don't know if you can see that. Caught fire, overheated, smacked the wall, tweaked the suspension a little bit. She needs some work, not to mention some tires. Same with Dirtbag. Dirtbag, just you beat her and she just keeps running. So I don't understand that one. But, you know, needs tires and some work also. So I kind of didn't know how to bring this to you guys or if this is something you even want to watch. But I'm going to get all my crap out of here. We're going to get closed on this house. And I'm going to get up to the other house and show you where we're at. Well, here we are at the site of the future shop. Yeah, I know I got a lot of work to do, but I'll give you a little tour around this place. I'm literally surrounded by forest. I got a neighbor somewhere, I don't know, somewhere over there. Can't see him, don't know him, but the rest is forest. That's why I dig this place. It's just, well, you know, trees. That's what the forest is. Should be plenty of room for activities. If there's not, then I can just borrow some of the nation's forest land and go out and do things. I kind of got a little pile started up here. This is going to be the area that the shop's going to go. It's a little bit tilted, so I'm going to have to work on that. I don't have any equipment. I'm not a building guy. I just do car stuff and do it kind of okay-ish. So we're going to learn about how to do this and get this shop set up. I'm going to have to do electrical, plumbing, all that kind of stuff. I've got a buried power line from the street over here that goes all the way down there to the house. So I got to get a trench line, and my well's somewhere over there. So I got to get water, power, and maybe some interwebs and kind of down over here. And you know, my shop help is not really doing much. Is that where it's going? No? All right. So we're going to get this cleared out. I'm going to start marking off. I think, I know they always say go bigger. I think I'm going to go with probably about a 30 by 60 and have a 12-foot overhang on the 30-foot side. So it's going to be 42 by 60 is what I'm going to need my concrete to be. And then I got to cut a driveway in here so I can get trailers and things probably through this area. So I'm going to have to cut down these trees, cut down some of these trees. I don't know how I'm going to get the stumps out. We're going to have to get creative on that too. I was able to use the dirt bag and pull some of these dead ones out. And I didn't do too much damage, but some of these guys are, I don't know, decent sized. You know, I think the last time that this was timber, last time that they harvested trees out here, according to the deed work, was 61 or 62. So math, I'm going to assume that that's how old these trees are, possibly. But anyways, I'm going to try to keep as many of these up as I can for some shade, because it gets hot here, and get to clean it up. Join me, won't you? Yep, that's going to be the new garage for the Chevelle. Nice little squared in spot right here, and just dirtbags just kind of chilling over there. I don't know, working with what I got here. We picked the best day to start working on this. It's I think 96 degrees with 100 some odd heat index out here, so you know, there's that. Yes, I'm driving, but I'm not on a public road, I'm on my own damn road. Anyways, we're gonna go backwards here and up the driveway to get to our little work site, and we're start doing things. Well, we got the fire going. It's 100 and no crap today, and if you haven't had a nice rip roaring fire in the forest when it's 100 degrees outside, I highly recommend you don't do it. It's hot. Anyways, everything here is moist. I said that word, it's moist out here. Even the under layer of the leaves are moist. So, you know, you start trying to burn and it doesn't burn. So it took me a while to get this little guy going. I got my little leaf blower over there, and making a little tornado of stuff, if you will. So I'm gonna keep working on clearing this path, and see if I can get some of these trees picked up and moved over here, and then we'll get all this burnt up and start laying out a stake line for where the shop's gonna go. Well, I'm standing in what I guess the garage door would be. You can see one of my string lines over here. I'm gonna try to use that tree. So I got that tree. So I'm trying to cut down the least amount of trees possible, just for, you know, logistics and shade. A little string line going over here. That's going to be the corner of the pad for the lean-to. Then I got another one over here, and then shop corner will be right over there. So not bad amount of space. I can probably get, you know, 2 cars in here sideways 3 times maybe, so probably 6 cars comfortably to work around if I do that, lift or whatever we're gonna do. Depends on how my OnlyFans works out. Just kidding. So I did give probably need to run some more strings so you can better see this, but this is gonna be the lean-to, 12 foot wide. And I'll see a lot of guys doing 10 foot wide. My buddy Jason at Ogre Speed Shop said do 12. So Jason, I'm doing 12. I don't know. Should be enough to get a car in here, open the doors, kind of do some things around it. I'm guessing the lean-to is going to probably be a trailer in the back and then a tractor in the front once we get things going. So that can be stored outside, or I don't know, the next project maybe. There is lots of rooms for project storage, as you can see, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Snatch them out of a field and kind of tuck it along one of the trees, and the wife will never know. So I'm gonna start getting brush and things out of this area now that I got it marked, and I'm gonna go charge my DeWalt leaf blower back up, because, you know, 6 amp hour battery don't last too long on a battery operated leaf blower that doesn't do a whole lot. So I'm gonna do that, get some lunch, and get back out in this 100 no god heat.
Kind of. In case it kicks back here. You blow it out. string. Really quick.
I'm just here to record.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
It knocked it down my string.
So I guess that answers that question. Can I cut down a tree with a bzzz saw? The answer is yes. Probably not the recommended tool. Messed it up my string. Oh well, I'll have to move it anyway. Just used that saw again and zipped it up, put it on the fire. Now we get to watch that for 17 hours till it goes out. And one tree down. Now we can figure out how to get the stump out. This is the one that's in the road. I say road loosely. This is the one that keeps me from getting further in here. So I'm gonna try to work on that root ball and see if I can pull it out and not destroy the ram. Whew, it's hot, and cutting trees down takes your shade away. Who'd have thought? Anyways, got out here early this morning, started pulling some trees out with the truck. Got 3 or 4 over here done. Got the boy out here helping me rake some stuff up. And pulled a couple from over here, and then this little guy. I cut this one down using my bzzz saw. I got none of the right tools out here. Anyway, that's where that one's gonna go till I strip it down and cut it up. And I started using the saw on this little guy, and my battery went dead, so now I'm using this saw, and it's pretty hot. I'm definitely not a beaver, so we're just chipping away at this a little bit. And I got my front cut, pie cut deal, if you will, and hopefully when I just kind of on that a little bit, it'll go that way. It is kind of large, so I got all the things out of the way. I just don't want to mess up my string. I don't know. It is insanely hot outside. My phone keeps telling me, danger, don't go outside. Well, too late, phone, I'm already here. Anyways, we're gonna work on this a little bit more, keep doing the same thing over and over until I go completely insane and when this tree falls down, and then move on to the next one. There's only like 14 trees left to go, and they're pretty big, so that's gonna be fun. So that's all we're gonna get done today. We got everything raked up. It's inside the footprint of the shop. Got it set into piles and things. We get out here and burn all this tomorrow, and got a couple trees down. I think we just got like 10, maybe 12 or so trees, so most of the ground's kind of swept up. Had the boy do that. We're gonna burn these leaf piles up in the morning. I'll probably pull these trees out with the truck if I can get them down, and I'll start cutting the rest of these down by hand. I do need a chainsaw. I'm awfully stubborn and cheap, and I refuse to buy stuff if I don't need it, but I need it. I figured I'd buy a chainsaw, cut 5 or 6 trees or 50 trees down, and then it'd sit on a shelf and I'd never use it again. But looking around and walking around this property, I'm looking at some trees that are gonna fall down, that are rotten and may come down this winter, so I'll probably have to fall those ones and cut them up and things too. So I guess the chainsaw isn't that bad of an investment, so we're gonna have to go get one. My son wants us to get a leaf blower. I think he's doing just fine with the rake. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Might have to pick up one of those too. So we'll probably hold off in the heat trying to hatchet these trees down. So I'm gonna get some tools and get back at it, and I'll probably make that another video and show you guys the next step. Once I get all these trees down, then I can get a tractor, rent a tractor, buy a tractor or something, figure it out, and get these stumps out. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I did not. It was very hot, but I'm gonna keep giving you guys content, and you can watch it or not. So hope to see you on the next one.